Hey guys, this is Phil's nut. This is Phil, and this is Phil's nut.
This fly is a micro peanut, which is a take on Gallup's Peanut Envy.
But my buddy Phil came up with the fly design, and we got sick of calling it micro peanut, and so just started calling it Phil's nut. So let's take a look. We've got B10S both in the front and in the back in size 8. We've got olive schlappen both in the front and the back. For a body color, we're using a peacock ice dub and then chartreuse rubber legs on the front and in the back. And that's pretty much it. So, without further ado, let's get tying. Alright, so let's get tying. We're going to start with the Gamakatsu B10S size number 8. And I'm using Vivus 100 thread. Bring it right back to the hook point. And we're going to start with some olive marabou. Now, I've just got a real wispy feather here, and I'm just going to pinch off about an inch worth of material at the bottom. Get rid of those stragglers. We're just looking for a very small amount out the back. Now, I'm going to show you a little trick, because if you want a little more density but your feathers are very wispy, you can do this. Tie your material in. I know that tail is way too long. Tie it in, come all the way back, and then take your finger, pinch the material where you want it, and then just pull it off. And I'm going to take off just a little more. So again, I just have it pinched, and I'm just pinching with my left finger. That way you can create the tail with the density that you want and not have to continue to strip fibers, which is really nice. Okay, next I'm grabbing some gold wire. It can be silver, color doesn't matter. Just going to tie it in, fold it back on itself. Alright, and there's a little excess, we can just trim that off. For the body material, I'm going to use ice dub in peacock, and I'm going to leave it at length because we're not going to tease it out like I do in some of my other videos. So just wrap it, dub it on, and then just come right forward. All right, grab some more. You can see it's a very thin amount. And dub it forward. All right, when you get about an eye's length away, just cinch your thread off. Good. Next, just grab some schlappen, olive, and because this is going to be the back, I'm just going to use the same feather, the back hook, and I'm going to trim. Strip off some of the fibers in the front, come underneath, wrap, 1, 2, 3, cinch, fold that little piece back on itself. Good. Do a couple wraps up front. 1, 2, 3. Notice I'm leaving some space in there, and come right back. All we're doing is tying a little bugger on the back. Tie that off. Use that wire, come up nice and quick. Good. Preen that material back. You can go right around the thread a couple times. Good. Preen it back, come right on itself. 3, 4 wraps. Cinch down nice and tight. Use the bottom of your scissors, pop it right off. Okay, that looks great. Next, I'm back to my olive marabou. So I'm not going to grab quite as much as we had for the tail, probably half the amount. Strip it off. I'm gonna make a nice little light wing. That's gonna go half the distance to the back. 1, 2, 3. Make sure it's on top. Cinch. Come back over. I'm gonna do 2, 3 wraps right on top of it. Grab the marabou, and if you want to get it nice and close, you can twist. You turn it into like a little braided rope. Go right down with your scissors and clip. Looks like I still have that little piece of schlapping off the back, and that looks good. Okay, next we're going to want to put some legs on there. So I've got some barred chartreuse rubber legs, and I'm just going to take one of the legs, fold it in half and clip, and I'm just going to use one, so I'll lay it right over top here. I'm going to do one wrap. I'm going to make an X here, so there's 2 X's. I'm going to go over again, another X, and then back over again. So I did that little X twice, and I'm not going to cinch. Notice the thread is loose. Come in front here 2 times, and now give it a cinch. One more, give it a cinch, and that's the back. Now I've got my Copic marker. This is an olive. I'm going to hit it right up top. Then I'm going to hit the thread. Grab my super glue. Do just about an inch with the super glue. Hold those legs back. Come right over. Just in front of everything. Cinch. Take your razor blade. Cut it right off. I'm going to use some Maxima 20-pound mono, and then I've got some 8-aught glass beads from Michaels. So I've just put the beads on the mono right through, and then just pull tight. And what you're trying to do is create that little kink up front. Alright, that's the rear hook. Alright, so the front hook, we're going to use the exact same. It's a B10S size number 8. And for the cone, this is a 3/16 brass nickel. Same exact thread, Beavis 100. And I'm just going to go down to the hook point. Okay, we're going to grab our back end. And I'm just going to take a minute to try and make sure that everything is aligned so that the monofilament is not crossing in any way. I want it to go straight. That looks good. Now I'm going to turn my fly, the hook on its side, 3, 4 wraps. Still make sure everything's aligned. Distance off that back hook should be never less than 3/4 of an inch. 3/4 of an inch there looks good. I'm going to go up to the cone. See if I can't sneak a wrap or 2 in real tight. Fold everything over and come right back. Now I'm going to pop that cone up. That's good. Now, when I get that mono down about halfway, I'm going to stop and I'm going to clip off the shorter of the 2. And now I'm going to take the excess, go through the double beads, come right over top, and now I'm going to wrap. Now what this does is it creates this awesome bump, and it keeps your articulation in the back so that it's never going to get caught, which is priceless when you're out for a day's worth of fishing. You know that back end of the hook is always wiggling. All right, just hitting it with a little super glue to lock everything in place. Next, I'm grabbing my gold wire. This is fine. You can use any size that you want. Just gonna tie that in. Good deal. Now I'm back to my ice stub in peacock, and I've got that same small amount, and I'm gonna dub all the way up to the front. Another same amount, dub it all the way up, and one last batch of it. Now I'm gonna go right behind that cone and stack as much in there as I can. Looks good. All right, so got to use a new piece of schlapin. That other one was just a little too short. So I've just grabbed a fresh piece here, and I'm going to tie it in up front. I want that, leave a little bit of that heavy material on. There's 3 wraps. Just going to grab a hold of it. And 1, 2 right behind it, and then I'm going to space it out. 1, 2, and then 3. You want some of that space so it'll blend through. Gonna get that rear feather locked in place. Looks good. Come up with that gold wire. Remember, this serves to protect your feather from those pesky teeth that the trout and smallmouth have. Okay, the wire is gone. That's good. Trim that feather. That's good. Okay, let's grab our marabou. We're going to create a nice wing here. So I'm going to actually clip out the center here. And I'm going to pull the materials back and go right down the back. Now, what I want, because we're given the illusion that this thing is one complete unit, I want it going about halfway down that rear feather, the rear hook. 1, 2, 3. Just moving that cone around so it sets down inside. Good. Now pulling tight. That's 3. And I'm going to do the same thing here by making that marabou rope, and I'm going to come right down nice and tight and clip. And now I'm going to cinch and just go down over it a couple times, lock everything in place. That looks fantastic. All right, I'm back to my chartreuse legs. I've got a piece here. I'm going to cut it in half, and we're going to tie the 2 in. Same process. Lay them right on top. 1x. There's the first X. Gonna measure, make sure that it's pretty much equal on both sides. Looks good. I'm not putting any tension on this thread. Going over again once. Back again. Good. Again, check your length. You can still mess with it a little if you like. That's good. Now in front. 1, 2, 3. Cinch. Locks it in there. One last little pinch of ice dub peacock. That's going to go around the front of that hook. Right behind that cone. Good. And now, just going to grab a little crazy glue. Hit it. No need to color it because it's just going to blend into that ice dub and disappear behind the cone. And that's it. Phil's nut. This thing is deadly. Looks good. Everything's locked in place. Hope that helps you out.